So your great-grandfather got dragged behind horses.
Yup.
I need to know. We're here once again with Cooper Lyden. We're also joined by our next-door neighbor, Courtney Peterson. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. So we were talking to Mary Jane French, who has been living near Santa Clarita, which has a Western Walk of Fame up there.
Cooper just starts bragging.
Yeah, dude. Well, so you're because I looked him up. Pierce Lyden, he's on the Palm Springs Walk of Fame.
Yes.
And there was because from what I could gather, there was sort of in the old Western times, there was the Gene Autry camp, which was in Palm Springs.
Okay.
And then there was like William Hart camp that was more in Santa Clarita.
Yeah, we don't fuck with them. We do not claim that clique.
But there is a photo of the guy with Roy Rogers that I was able to find pretty easily, which is cool.
Damn.
Which is what I think you were saying, is that he was kind of like the selfie king of his day, sort of. Like,
yeah, I think he was a bit of a clout chaser because he like moved out of like fucking Nebraska, and then, like my grandfather like lived with his grandparents for a while because both of his parents were kind of shitty because one of them was pursuing a dream of acting.
Wow.
And so he was always the bad guy because he had like a tiny mustache.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. He was like widely revered as like the number one bad guy in all the old Western movies.
I
and stuff.
guess he was fucking good at it. I've never seen him in a movie, but I haven't watched enough Westerns.
No shit. Yeah, I
Do
think
they look alike?
a little bit.
He has more of like a thinner face.
Oh,
But,
okay.
you know, kind of older. I never met him. I heard he was kind of a dick, but I think he got a little softer before he died.
Yeah, I mean, he probably had a lot of head injuries. You can't blame him.
Yeah.
He had to pretend to be violent all the time. He became his own character, just like the Joker, really, if you think about it.
I'm kind of a
Wow.
descendant of the Joker.
Yeah, there he is. We'll put this up on our Twitter so people
I
can
think
see
there's
it.
definitely some.
This is your grandfather,
resemblance.
Cooper?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, old school, old Hollywood Western star
yeah,
there.
looks
to
like
the
the Marlboro
viewers.
Man.
I know. Wait till the viewers see my fuckable great grandfather.
Yeah.
Hashtag my hot grandpa.
Yeah. Who's got the hottest grandpa
Yeah.
amongst our listeners?
That's a good photo. You can tell that's like a headshot.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Headshots back then were cooler because he's wearing a strap of bullets on his chest.
I had the ugliest grandpa ever.
Loser.
That's honestly
He would make me trim his
loser.
nose hairs sometimes when I was a kid with one of those razor things. Is that weird?
Oh
That
my
doesn't
god.
even make sense.
Psycho.
I would never want
Psychotic.
someone else to do that. God damn.
Like a
And how
little
old were you?
I don't know. I was like younger than 10 probably. And he'd be like, "Oh, you want to do?" And it was like a little electric razor thing, and it would just
That's
cut of
like-
his nose.
A fun granddaughter activity
Yeah.
for him.
You're like 17.
Look, we can't all have cool cowboy grandpas.
I mean, definitely when I saw that picture, I was like, I haven't seen one picture of either of my grandfathers that looked nearly as good as that. That's because, like, cameras weren't as good back then, and, you know.
It's a showbiz family, baby.
Your
So-
dad paid like $50 for that photo to be taken. Maybe less than that day.
Well, and
Cents.
you dropped the nugget that he abandoned his family for this.
I honestly, I don't have all the details, but he was a
Okay.
pretty shitty father. And
Okay.
I know that he...
It doesn't say that on the Wikipedia. I think you should edit the Wikipedia to just say as much.
Yeah, all I know is it's just... That would be funny where I'm like, just so you know...
Cite a source, which could be this podcast.
Dude, I would like get in a beef with some dude that's like a fanboy over old westerns.
Oh,
and be
for
like,
sure.
You're his descendant and you don't even know his filmography. He was in The Big Bad and the Ugly and he bled from his face. You don't know shit about Pierce.
The big
I was
bad
about to
and the
say,
ugly.
I love the
Yeah.
big, bad, and
He
the
was
ugly.
in the knockoff, dude.
Yeah.
That's the Italian, or no, that's the American version. They
Yeah.
couldn't afford.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford the rights.
The real
you know?
big bag ugly. Big old bag of ugly.
When you said that yesterday, I was assuming it was like a stuntman situation, but he was like,
Yeah,
he was
that's
in
what
the
I thought,
goddamn
too.
movies.
I think
Wow.
back then it was sort of like you were also kind of the stunt.
Right, you kind of did
Yeah.
both, like Hobie
Right.
Doyle and
Of course, Hobie.
Hail Caesar. Yeah.
Hobie. Yeah.
The funny part about it is the kid in the movie can't act, and
Okay.
that's the joke because he's like he does lasso and like horse tricks and shit, and then they try to
that's
bring him
funny.
into a romantic like English chamber drama kind of thing, and he can't pronounce any of the words, and it's. But what's funny about it is a couple of years later he got hired to be Han Solo in the
Damn.
movie Solo,
Right.
and they had to bring in an acting coach because he couldn't act.
Man,
In
what
real-
a cool dude.
IRL.
Just like Hobie.
Hobie.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, James Austin Johnson, is in that that scene with Hobie Doyle as well. He's like the getter, the go-getter guy. Yeah. He got to be in a Coen Brothers movie. It's
Wow,
fucking,
that is really cool.
I know, right?
He's got good Trump impressions.
Oh, Christ, God, the Scooby-Doo.
The only Trump impressions I like, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, there's a very short list of ones I like, and his is right near the top, just because he gets the surreal nature of the whole thing.
I like it,
yeah. Courtney, yesterday we received a map from Delish.com of all of the most popular candies for Halloween from state to state, and we talked about it, and the people have come back to us. We've got a couple of things to share. At JM Harris Art says this map seems like the real determination of sides in the next Civil War. I'm coming for Kentucky first because they have Heath bars. What the fuck, Kentucky?
What even is a Heath bar?
That's your chocolate toffee bar, which
yes. That's what my ugly grandpa likes to eat.
right there. It's an old person candy, or if you're baking, it's like one you'd smash up and bake into cookies, perhaps. But
your ugly grandpa. Fucking idiot.
Let's go down the ugly grandpa's top 5 candies. All right, number 5.
Rivers, you never said the attractiveness of your grandpa.
I mean,
he's got to think about it.
I do. Well, because I never knew him as a young man. I've seen photos of him from the war where I'm like, all right, yeah, he's a fucking stud. But I only knew him as an old guy, and as an old guy, he's an old guy, which no disrespect to our old guys listening. You're beautiful in your own way, but judging from them WW2 pictures, there is a very scandalous photo of my grandfather that really caused a ruckus in the family when it was published in the early 1940s. It's him because he was stationed in the Pacific, and so I think he's on shore leave in Hawaii or the Philippines or something somewhere. And there's a picture of him with a hula girl holding a little ukulele and sitting on a paper moon, and he's kind of like got her arm around her and shit like that. And it's obviously just all right, next, click, next, that kind of thing. But when it got back to Alabama, I mean, she's just wearing like
coconut bra.
Not a coconut bra, but might as well be. Some like crazy scandalous shit for the early 40s. So when that picture got back to Alabama, it was like, we don't know if we can still talk to this guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who would have thought
sex
that?
Pervert.
Yeah. He took a picture with a hula girl holding a ukulele.
Even those hula girls.
Yeah. Shout out to our friend at Wanda Sue. She says, nerds are right for Missouri. So,
okay.
She's giving us some heat. By the way,
what was New York? That was Courtney's.
Let's see. New York is Crunch Bar, same as California.
Mm-hmm. I stand by I stand by the Crunch a Bunch more, I think. But
the bunch of Crunch, the little ones.
Yeah, the little ones. But I'm down with the Crunch.
I was saying yesterday, and it's a very unpopular opinion, that I think they're kind of overrated, but that was just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Coastal elites get it.
I think they're accurately rated, which is just kind of good.
Well,
cheap.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. They're cheap.
Well,
I would never kick a Crunch bar out of my bed. Is all I'm saying.
No, that's the thing about Halloween, right? It's like they're there. It's gonna get et for sure, but I'm not.
Crunch bar is like a 7. I'll fuck it.
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna bring it home to my parents for Christmas. Or anything.
It's something
Kick it to the curb after.
It's something you could brag to a friend about, but they wouldn't be that impressed.
Right.
They're like, damn, how was it?
Did y'all organize your candies according to like shittiest to best and then eat them in descending order?
Definitely. You have the Snickers and the Reese's peanut butter cups, and you have the...
Well, see, I always work back. I always do those last because those are the best.
Yeah,
see, I always eat my way through. Always up first is those weird black and orange wrapped peanut butter fucking things. Those are the weirdest. Then if you get some real crazy old school people that give you the strawberry candies that are wrapped up and the wrapper looks like a strawberry.
I actually like those.
Yeah, those are all right.
They're okay.
Yeah, those are cool.
They have like the mint.
Refreshing.
They
We
have
found out yesterday Rivers hates every candy that everybody else likes.
Yeah. You had some pretty hard-lined opinions.
I mean, just on Tootsie Pops and Crunch Bars, I think I came at them too hard. I'm
That's
saying
fair.
And I didn't even get to say what I was going to say about the Tootsie Pops, which is Blow Pops, obviously. Trump fucking Tootsie Pops any day of the goddamn week.
I do like a blow pop, but I can't even compare.
I like both.
They're their own individual entities.
They are.
But yeah, I would eat.
They're
I think I would eat the good ones first, and then
really?
And then all the bad ones would last until like Easter.
Oh, see, I was always like, well, I have to get all of the sugar into me immediately. So, like first night, it's like, all right, I'm going to just have all the shitty candies on Halloween night because, whatever.
God, that's like masochism.
But then the next day,
parents would be like, look, you can have some of this. It's like 9 o'clock at night. We're not going to let you just eat all this candy.
I can tell Rivers was a good kid though by that statement. Like you do the hard work first, and then you can treat yourself.
This is
at
the only
end.
area where I've ever been responsible in this way.
That's a good work ethic. To
Yeah,
be
right.
honest.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
My
Get home,
life
and
is-
then I'm only going to eat all of the shitty candy.
Can't wait to get home and have all those candies I don't like.
Smarties and Dum-Dums. Here we come.
It didn't. It
This
didn't.
is the right way.
It didn't stick. By the time I got to college, I never wrote a paper any more than like 24 hours in advance when it was due. So.
Yeah.
At H. Chris Miller says Indiana and Alaska keeping their expectations nice and low. And I missed this yesterday because I didn't think there was Smarties on here. Alaska's number one is Smarties. So that
That's
means
weird.
Alaska's full of cheap fucks.
Wow.
I think
that
it's
is
though. You got to
surprising.
think what can last year round in Alaska.
That's true.
Shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smarties are eternal. And then, of course, Indiana Dum Dums, as we mentioned
Yeah.
yesterday. So low expectations for those, I suppose.
Wait, what
Yeah, I
are
read
wait
that
Dum
joke in
Dums?
the New
Oh,
York-
like the tiny
they're
suckers.
the suckers you get when you go with your mom to the bank.
Oh yeah.
Those things.
or the liquor store, as my friend Joe Toller says. What you thought when you were a kid is a fun candy, but then as an adult you realize that's the sorry your mom's an alcoholic candy.
Yeah. And you only get 10 minutes of
Yeah.
lollipop because life is fleeting.
Joe Toller's bit.
I was remember the mystery flavor they had for that was always.
Yeah, it was fun. Fun times.
At Chris Murphy 91, I feel like this whole thing was funded by the fruit flavored candy lobby. I mean, being from Pennsylvania, we have a whole theme park based on chocolate, and we said Twizzlers, which great point. Hershey, Pennsylvania. How is their
Yeah.
shit not a Hershey product?
Twizzlers feel like they're one of the cheapest of the cheap candy.
Yeah.
That's
the-
weird. Was
the
Red
people-
Vines on it? I'm sorry.
Red Vine should be a California thing,
Yeah.
but
Interesting.
yeah.
I just think if you're buying a Crunch bar, I'd still be like, hey, I'm kind of going on the cheap side. If people giving out Twizzlers, it's just like, are you one step above homeless? Like,
Yeah. It's a pretty chaotic licorice because it's
Yeah.
like not licorice.
and it's not good in any way.
See, I'm Team Twizzler.
I was gonna say,
for sure.
I'm not.
like
Not Red Vines though. I don't really like those.
The peel
yeah.
apart ones.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Those were in the
I'll do
family for
both.
a while.
Okay, what about Sour Punch straws? I know they don't really give those out for Halloween, but what's your opinion on them?
Oh, I'm a big fan. I have only ever used them once for their intended use, where you stick them in a 7-Up or whatever you fucking
that's
drink out of them.
psychotic.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've also done it.
Oh, yeah.
many times.
Oh, it
Wait,
blew my
Sour
mind.
Punch
I-
straws.
I'm with you. I don't know what that is.
It's like they come in a rectangle package. They're like different flavors.
They're literally straws
they're-
made out of gummies.
Oh.
So imagine
Oh,
imagine a gummy worm. Imagine a sour gummy worm with a hole all the way through the middle.
You
So
I
have to
didn't-
bite off the ends.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are straws?
Yeah, that's what they're
Oh,
called.
they just look like they come in blue. They got like
yeah,
raspberry.
they look like
spaghetti.
thick spaghetti.
yeah,
I didn't even know those were straws.
Well, that's-
dumb as hell.
man. Well, hey, I got
damn.
my mind blown when I was
Dude,
like
you
9.
could be drinking soda with candy.
I just want you guys to know that Twizzlers can also be a straw.
That's
yeah,
true.
but their
That's
straw
true.
sucks. It's so thin.
Come on,
I've used it.
dude.
You could fucking do blow out of a Sour Punch straw.
That would
if you were in
be-
a pinch.
Man, that would be cool.
In journalism class when I was a senior in high school, this guy the year below me on a dare did a line of pixie sticks off the
Dude,
desk.
I've seen that.
I did it
many
at my
times, and
friend's
I think
bar
I've done
mitzvah.
it. Yeah,
I was about
yeah.
to say, I heard I think I've done it, got slipped in there. What?
Yeah,
mean,
this was
yeah,
very
I've done it.
common. This was a
because you can
snorting
buy,
pixie sticks was very
you
common.
could
in my school.
buy you could buy 100 pack of pixie sticks for like a fucking $1.
Oh, I know. I ate a lot of
And
them.
then yeah, you'd end up just getting bored of eating. You do like a challenge where you're like, I'm gonna try to eat all these as fast as I can, and then it just dries out your mouth, and they're fucking gross and shit.
When I was
It's like,
at,
well, my septum's still wet.
Yeah.
when I was at my friend's bar mitzvah, I was taking pixie sticks and I put them in between like the thumb and the index finger,
Yeah,
where
the
you
web.
take bumps off of.
Yeah.
And I was doing bumps because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I mean that's why you
People
do
liked it.
You
People
don't
think
do
you're
it-
crazy
What did that
for
You
it.
feel
don't do it
like?
because it tastes good.
It kind of feels like when you do cocaine, except less stingy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's
Putting a powder
Sugar.
in your nose.
Just
Yeah.
powdered sugar.
It's
And
just
I
a
moved on
thrill.
to fucking blow.
I
Yeah.
hadn't done either. So
Now I do
don't know.
and now I do blow at bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, he was a cocaine in training.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
That's true. I don't
It's
know.
not even his birthday. I just don't know what a bar mitzvah
I
is.
don't know a single person that snorted Pixie Sticks that didn't snort real drugs one day.
It's training.
Definitely.
At Dark Red Burr, There's a state whose favorite is Twizzlers. Man, that's bizarre. Since candy was brought up, what is y'all's opinion on weird candies? And I asked him to specify, and he said like those chewable red wax lips and
Horrible.
the fucking
I love them.
the goddamn the
I don't
little
like to eat them, but they're fun.
what do they call them? The nickel nips, the little wax bottles that have the sugar water in them.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are okay.
I like those. You ever had
the candy cigarettes. You ever had
Those
those?
are cool.
Oh
I was
yeah.
thinking of
You
those
can also
too.
people
Like
crush
those.
up Smarties and then smoke them.
What?
What?
People-
Smoke them?
Well,
So you have to add ether and then you know burn it on the
just like freebase.
Yeah.
But no, it's the same as the candy cigarettes. You just make dust with them, and kids inhale it, and they think it looks cool.
Oh, and
People
they
do it at my
breathe it out, and it looks like
Yeah, people in middle school would just like try and look like they were smoking shit all the time. I remember one day in PE, these kids just started lighting up paper towels and smoking them.
yeah, oh yeah.
And they were like, my friend was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "No." Because I was too cool for it. I was like, call me when you got that swag. The middle school, low shelf, bottom shelf.
Tell me when your brother sells you a bag of Stim.
Yeah,
let's get high as hell.
Let's get some tie sticks in here.
I definitely told this on the show before, but it was a long fucking time ago, so who cares? I was in PE. The kid in front of me, PJ Garvey, pointed at some plants on the ground and was like, "Oh yeah, you know that's I think he said, he was like, that's a northern strain of marijuana." And it was just some weeds on the ground.
Ooh.
But because I was stupid in an 8th grade and dying to smoke weed and nobody invited me to at that point, I picked the leaves and put them in a paper bag.
Oh, no.
And then I put them on my roof to dry in the sun in the paper bag for like a week or whatever. And then took them down,
You trimmed
rolled them into, I didn't have rolling papers, but what I did have was a paper plate.
Whoa, I've never heard of that.
Hey, man.
I've wiped tinfoil off a gum wrapper.
Well,
Tried to use
Well, that's the
old
thing is-
toilet paper too.
We kids who thought it was cool to smoke Bible pages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people
Well,
do
see,
that.
That was a big one.
I was
My
gonna say,
dad tried
cut-
to do that with my cousin who grew up religious, and he freaked the fuck out.
So funny.
I was gonna say, cut to like a year and a half later. We were making bongs out of fucking apples and carrots, power bars, all kinds of weird shit.
That was
And-
fun.
Did
I
they
used to
see
make
you-
them out of my
Did
inhaler.
they see you blaze up the paper plate?
No,
And
so-
they're like, this guy's cool.
No, so
now.
get this. I went down to the creek, went under the road and the bridge, and then I did light up the paper plate and I smoked the leaves, and it tasted like I was smoking leaves, and I was like, yeah, and then
So
just
you
dumped it in the
tried
the
to
creek.
roll a plate up.
Yeah, so I had so much.
Did you
I
roll
mean,
it tight or loose?
as tight as you can get it with a fucking little Chinette paper plate. Just fucking.
Were you even able to get smoke into your lungs?
Yeah.
Did you tell everyone that you smoked weed when you went
No,
back to
because
school?
as soon as I did it, I was like, "Oh, this just smells like leaves when you throw them in a campfire." Like I was like, "This isn't,"
Yeah.
because I think I'd smelled weed at that point, so I kind of had some idea of what it would have smelled like. But yeah, I was just very like, "Okay, this whole thing was a bad idea."
So
That's
funny.
Never spoke a word of it until I said it here on whichever episode that was, and here again now.
That's
That is
a funny-
truly embarrassing.
That's like a funny middle school lie because it's also a good bit. Like as an adult,
Yeah.
you just walk by plants and you're like, "That's a Northern Lights cannabis indica."
Yeah.
That'd be like a really cool thing if you were like an uncle to do all the time.
Yeah, I would lie to my nephew all the time.
Yeah.
Just be like, "Do you know that that's weed?"
Stay away from that. If you smoke it, it'll get you high.
Yeah, it's just a bush. This dumbass motherfucker thinks all plants are weed now.
Christmas must be crazy.
What's the weirdest candy you've eaten?
I don't have any weird ones, but I do have, like one that I hate the most, or like anything like malt, so like Whoppers. And
Oh,
stuff. I
shit.
hate those. Those-
Number one in Kansas, the Whoppers.
really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Everybody hates them.
Okay,
I love
them.
them.
They're not
I'm a
good.
big fan.
See, everybody,
also-
he loves all the candies everybody hates.
But apparently, a candy from the 1940s wrapped in a fucking lollipop is amazing.
What's your thoughts on Milk Duds, though? Is that on the list at all?
I mean, classic thing where you go to the movies and dump them in the popcorn. They're good there.
Oh,
know,
I never
People
thought
do
about
that with chocolate covered raisins.
Yeah.
and Bunch of Crunch to bring that back.
And Bunch of Crunch and
how Crunch is good.
And-
that's a classic thing. I've never heard of this.
and
until right
and
now.
the
don't like
the
it.
late great Butterfinger BBs as well.
Oh.
It's
You
like a
go-
real waste of a candy.
if you go to a bad enough movie theater on the east side, they'll have a mixture of hot Cheetos and popcorn that you can
Ew.
get a fucking bucket of.
Ew.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
God,
The thing I
why?
have-
Those don't even make sense.
Yeah, I'd take one. Cooper, you might be able to answer me this. I never saw this shit until I got to California. People get the popcorn and then they put the jalapenos in the popcorn.
Wow.
What?
Have you ever seen that shit?
Like just jalapenos or like nacho cheese or just
No,
jalapenos?
like you'll see people at the day. I mean, I have a friend who grew up here who every time we'd go to the movies, she would get the big popcorn and then put fucking jalapenos, and she was like, "It's like an Orange County
That's
like
not
LA
a bad
thing."
idea. I didn't know that was a
decent.
thing. Maybe I'm not cool enough. I used to dip at home. I used to dip popcorn in soy sauce.
Okay,
And it you have to eat it fast because it gets kind of soggy. But it's like it's,
Yeah.
I was
it
gonna
gets
say
that
I'd have
salt and it's pretty intense.
I feel like my liver
Hardcore
drying
popcorn.
up from all the sodium right now.
I got a big salt tolerance. I realize
It's good.
I really ruin meals for other people.
Savory is better than sweet. But you know what? I was so hungry after the podcast yesterday and we had talked about candy so much. I went home and ate 2 slices of cake that my birthday or the roommate had from her birthday.
hell yeah, dude.
It was so bad. And it was delicious.
I've got a fun story from Anchorage,
Wait, can
Alaska.
we talk about Cooper's age?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna save that till the end because somebody
Okay.
tweeted about it, but no, let's do it now.
Okay, so how many people hit you up about it? I only got 2.
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got somebody hit me up saying they think Cooper's 25. Mm-hmm. Somebody else listening to the podcast thinks Cooper's 32. What's
I
your?
think that's the one I saw.
Yeah.
Was the 32.
Those are the only ones I've heard. I thought maybe we should give it a couple more days, but I don't know. Cooper, would you like to announce your age now?
Yeah. For all the haters out there, I am 21 years old.
No shit. Okay.
Is he the youngest guest on this podcast ever?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
32 years old. I love that.
Breaking the glass ceiling.
I love that somebody thought you were just such a fucking beaten down.
Dude, I guess so.
Me and Rivers are 32 and 33, respectively.
I'm 34.
Right?
I'm 34,
my
baby.
God.
Turned 34 in
He's an
July.
old, dried up man.
Maybe I seemed a little
I smoked
older,
out of
right?
a paper towel in my day.
I did take like 5 dabs before the podcast yesterday, so maybe I came off a little,
You're tight.
Hey,
slower.
As somebody
buddy,
who knows you,
that's
you're
5
a
more
little tight.
dabs.
I didn't feel tight. I just felt too relaxed.
Oh, okay.
I went so loose it looked tight. That's how tight I am.
Well, that's 5 more dabs than I've ever taken. So you've
Wow.
in
You've
the
never
dab-
taken a dab.
Fuck no.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that looks insane.
Why
Anything
not,
with that
dude?
much, anything that's making that much noise, like like that's insane.
That's the issue you have with it. I mean, a bloke
I
is
get it.
being
It's scary.
involved
It is.
scary.
The first time
Thank
I
you.
saw it, I was
Thank you,
legitimately
Courtney.
scared.
I mean, it just looks
But now I
dumb.
love them.
You look
Yeah.
like a moron if you're doing a dab. There's
Yeah.
no cool way to do it.
No,
You know, 'cause if
it's
you're-
not chill.
if you're hitting a joint or a bowl, there's like that soft crackle of of the marijuana as it burns.
Oh,
and
the
it's
dabs
sort of,
will crackle.
But yeah, it's sort of a relaxing thing as opposed to dabs. It's just- I mean, it
Oh, it's
seems
relaxing.
like it seems like you're really doing some crazy shit.
That's
what
why
it
it's
is.
fun because you want to be doing much worse shit, but then you do the dabs to placate it.
That's fair. That's
and
fair.
then you're I saw somebody posting online about how they're using like marijuana concentrates to get people off of like opioids and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, boy, did you just go from heroin to just dabs all the time? Because that's not much better.
Yeah, I've heard some bad things about dabs because it's like weed can have like serious effects over time if you're doing it all the time. But then if
Yeah.
you're taking dabs, you're like expediting that process.
Yeah.
If you take like a bunch every day, but also all those stories, there's like stories about that with every single drug.
We haven't been taking
like-
that many dabs now that Daniel doesn't live.
Yeah,
there
no, not
anymore.
really.
he did a floor dab, and that was one of the grosser things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was intense.
The germs get vaporized.
That's true.
That's
The
how it
blowtorch
works.
kills it all.
We should dab a bug.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
Wait, roll it up like the
Yeah.
mosquito in Jurassic Park.
Can you get a poll going to see if they should dab a bug?
Dab the bug. We'll dab fire ants.
Which
there's a-
bug should they dab?
I was gonna say, well, we got lots of ants and German cockroaches, so
Yeah.
pick one of those.
We've been
No, that-
Donate $500 to the Patreon. I will take none of the money as a guest, but I will still do the fire ant dab.
we've been watching Kings of Pain a lot at our apartment. So
What
we're
is-
all about.
what is
It's
that?
like if Wild Boys wasn't fun.
Yeah, it's
if the Wild
yeah.
Boys weren't fun and they were on roids or HGH or
Yeah,
something.
that's all it is.
They just like
Yeah.
seek out like animals or like bugs or whatever, and they try to get them to bite them just to see how bad the bite is,
and then
or poison.
Then they rank them on a scale of 1 to 30
And
for
then-
how bad it is.
Right.
And then it's
The
just a bunch of
pain
cuts
index.
of them just going, like the whole
Oh,
time.
it's so funny. They're always surprised how much it sucks. They got bit by a python, but they have the 30-point pain index, which is like intensity, duration, and something else. But
Damage.
Very
Yeah,
roid
damage.
ragey.
very. But it's funny because they say that it's for science, but I just love to imagine them showing their observations to a scientist, and they're like, "So how do you come up with the numbers?" And they're like, "We just like think about it."
Yeah, it's a scale of 1 to 6.
And they're like, "Is that based on anything?" You're like, "Yeah, how much it hurts."
Yeah, this one sucked. So
Yeah.
take
Sucked
that,
up.
write that down.
Dude, pythons hurt. Did you know that? Well, that's me and Sam were talking about how that's the only way the show exists is that we have knowledge that these things burn. So it doesn't make any sense that they're like, how bad is it going to burn? I feel like scientists are like, that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
that's
showed
it.
the show to a scientist, they would all just be like, "Yeah, we know what these things do already. This is not news to
Yeah.
anybody."
Most of the animals don't want to bite them.
Pretty
was
much
gonna
all
say,
of them.
That's
Yeah.
psychotic. Like truly awful.
To abuse an animal to try to get them to hurt you.
Yeah.
But also, they like the conversations between the two of them are really wild too, because they don't like have anything interesting to say. So they're
No.
always
And
just
they're
like
not
they just make
interesting.
fun. They're just like, "Oh, you're Australian. Oh, down on the
Yeah.
barbie."
You
or
say weird
You say-
phrases.
Dude,
yeah,
I
learn
love-
to speak American. Like he
Right.
literally will say
Like,
that to this
yeah.
Australian guy.
At least Steve-O and Chris Pontius are kind of charming, you know.
They,
Like, yeah.
they know what they're doing is stupid. These
Yeah.
guys are like,
Yeah.
"We're doing this for serious business."
Right. Well, that's kind of funny because Wild Boys is sort of like the logical end of a Kings of Pain show, but
Yeah.
Wild Boys happened earlier.
Right, right.
So now it's just like we're just working backwards because those shows should be funny.
Well, that's like what a lot of those YouTubers are. It's like Jackass minus the charm, where it's
Right.
like, oh no, this is just about hurting people.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's what they do. It's,
It's
like
masochistic.
Yeah.
we're gonna get bit by a python today. It's probably gonna fucking suck. And then they get bit and they're like, it fucking sucks. It
Yeah.
fucking sucks. And they have to sit there and be like, okay, on the scale of 1 to it fucking sucked. It's like, yeah, you knew what was gonna happen the entire time.
Dude, everything is just a setup in that show. Every moment is perfect because you know they're going to get bit by something.
And
so,
yeah.
like, the minute they see the animal, you're looking at it, you're like, they have to let it bite them.
Yeah.
And then one guy gets bit first, and then the other guy's watching it, and he's like, fuck. And then
Yeah.
I remember, like, one time a guy gets bit, and he's like, man, the pain just gets worse. And then the other guy gets bit, and he's like, oh, it's not that bad. And I'm like, he said it gets worse. And then it got worse.
Yeah, I don't see why they both need to get bit by the same thing.
I
Well,
feel
to make
like
the
it's-
average, Courtney.
I feel like it's
2 is a good sample size.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
definitely a pact. It's like when you're doing a dumbass thing with your friend, you got to be like, well, I'll do it if you do it. you
Yeah,
know?
that's the vibe.
It
for
also
sure.
would be more sadistic if it was just one guy.
When there is Cowboy Peterson on
yeah,
YouTube,
you showed
it's
me
a
him.
much less enthusiastic. Well, it's enthusiastic, but it's just sad because he's just like alone.
And it's not produced well.
no, and he always falls to the ground, and he's like, because he's obviously kind of upping it. But I like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all see the cougar video? The guy getting backed up by
Yes,
the cougar on the
watched
trail?
No.
All 6 minutes.
Oh, it's compelling. It's 6 minutes where basically this dipshit is hiking. He sees some baby cougars and he walks up to him with a phone. He's like, ooh, baby cougar. And then the mom comes out of the brush and proceeds for 6 minutes to just lunge at him and make him hop back.
Nice.
Yeah.
But when it got shared, it was like, cougar stalks hiker. And it's like, motherfucker, if
Yeah.
a cougar was stalking you, you would not get to film it. It would just fucking kill you because
Yeah.
that's what they do.
Right.
It's like obviously getting this dipshit. But the funny part is that he's got the very West Coast accent. He's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
He's like, I'm big and scary. Go save your babies. Go save your baby. And he's just like running backwards, going, go save. I'm big and scary. Get away
Yeah.
from me. Go save your babies.
He's almost doing like you would do to like a Karen in the parking lot where it's like, go
that's funny.
tend your baby. Stop pointing that gun at
yeah,
me.
yeah.
He got banged on by that cougar.
He did
That's
get
what
banged on by
happened,
that. That was like when it did
Oh.
those like few like quick lunges.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, I'm
Because
dead.
its feet, literally, like it's like in the cartoons where the feet just turn into like whirlwinds, where you're just like it's doing this crazy leaping shit when it's
Right.
like lunging at you. It's fucking
Dude,
wild.
The Kings of Pain rated that a 29.
I was about to say, have they fucked with any pumas or anything or cougars situation?
They don't think they did any cats.
Okay.
Too big.
They don't do anything that they know would bite them and then fucking claw them and keep going.
They're not committed to this shit.
They did a Komodo dragon type lizard though.
Oh, okay. Not a Komodo.
Oh,
Komodo
yeah.
dragon. Yeah,
That would
one's-
kill you.
That would kill
Yeah,
you.
it
A
was
monitor lizard,
smaller,
maybe?
Yeah, I think it was a monitor.
The best
Okay.
one is when they did a venomous starfish, and it stings you when you put your arm on it.
Yeah.
The starfish is just in a tank, and then they're just pressing their forearm into it. And they're
Yeah.
like, none of the animals get hurt. I'm like, you're
literally like
Yeah.
forcing them to like
You're-
defend themselves.
right. You're compressing a starfish.
Yeah.
right now.
There's a sea urchin. He's like, I'm not going to stop going down on it till my forearms flush with its body. And he's just like, yeah, dude, it's insane.
It's like it's demonic
and
and,
then
crazy.
as he's going down, he's just like, it hurts so much. And then
Yeah.
he just is like forcing himself down more. It's like Wild Boys if it was not fun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
none of it needs to happen.
No, they're the kings
At
of
all.
pain. But it's compelling in some way.
That's why Wild Boys is good though, because they're like, this doesn't need to happen.
Yeah,
but
and-
we will do it.
And in
Yeah.
Kings of Pain, they're like, we're not fun, so you're going to enjoy us getting attacked by animals because we are so not interesting and lame.
I don't know why they lie to themselves. I think they just wanted to be cool,
Yeah.
but they didn't want to like develop a personality.
I think that's how they sold the show because people who watch Animal Planet and History Channel love list shows.
Wait, is this on Animal Planet?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
thought this
That's
was
the
some-
worst thing
I thought
about
this was
it.
some like YouTube garbage.
This is like a national, like
that's Cowboy
approved television
Peterson.
show.
I mean, all those channels have kind of gone to shit.
They're advertised that sometimes they're all owned by like a conglomerate called Discovery, whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're no longer all separate, so they all show the identical kinds of shows that are all formulated the exact same ways.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
some of them are cool. Some of them are about remodeling houses. Some of them are about getting bit by piranhas on purpose.
That guy also produced like Ghost Hunters, right? Like the creator of that show or some
Oh,
shit. He's
yeah.
made a lot of those good
just
ones.
just those dumb shows.
Well, I told you about that one called Bamazon, where
What is
Bam
that?
Margera in the Amazon.
no, it's that would be amazing.
slapping a hippo like his dad.
that
Amazon.
Wild Boys, but he's on Tweak.
Yeah.
dude, actually, that's incredible. I would
We're gonna
love to
sneak
see
up
that.
on this
I would
fucking
too.
hippo.
What is Amazon?
It's about like these guys from Alabama that go to the Amazon to harvest rare wood. So that's the thing.
yeah.
But the thing about the show is it went for 2 seasons, I think, and then the show gets canceled. One of the dudes is from Alex City, which is a city just north of where I'm from, and he killed somebody and dragged them out into the woods and buried them in a shallow grave, and would have gotten away with it, except that a game camera that was strapped to one of the trees, some deer hunter strapped a game camera. So there's all these pictures of the star of Bamazon just dragging a body through the woods.
oh my
Dang.
god!
And so he just got caught like dead to rights about it. But yeah, so.
He is a star.
He's a star.
Had
Yeah.
to go to the Slamazon.
But just think of how unlucky. Usually the middle of the woods, terrific place to leave a body. Like one of the best.
Yeah.
But in this case, full like 3 megapixel camera just snapping your damn pic. Middle of the
Wow.
night.
No, that's not how you do it.
He found the real predator.
I guess this story is pretty much related. This is from Spain. Killer whales off the coast of Spain are living up to their name, but instead of targeting great white sharks, fish, or seals, as they've done in the past, they are now after people and boats.
They turned hippo.
This fucking rules. This rules so much. Several scientists think that the killers of the deep are attacking yachts and boats as a form of revenge due to injuries that several of them sustained over the summer from rudders, according to The Guardian.
Whoa.
It's
So-
not like I thought you were gonna say like revenge against like Shamu or something.
They're sticking up for their boy.
Yeah, they're like, we're not taking shit from people anymore. We're shifting
We
gears.
just
There-
saw Blackfish.
Yeah, they just got Blackfish was translated
They're like,
into
hell
orca.
nah.
Yeah.
There have been at least 33 of the bizarre attacks in northern Spain, in the Strait of Gibraltar, and off Portugal since July, when the orcas surround small craft and deliberately ram the ship's rudders in an attempt to tip them over. The attacks have caused severe damage and in some cases disabled the ships. The problem has become so severe that authorities are warning small craft not to sail in those seas. Basically, people be fucking around in the Strait of Gibraltar
This-
and the whales ain't going to take it no more.
This would be on the TV show River Monsters.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know about that show and when animals attack, because they also do a deep sea edition.
Oh, is that right?
serious?
Yeah, they ran out of river monsters. Turns out there's only so many in the world.
So they had to go to the biggest river in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. The researchers added that as a result of possible injury by boat, the orcas, quote, may have felt compelled to act when they saw a sailboat in order to slow it down by going after its rudder. And the killer whales could simply be toying with the sailboats out of curiosity now that they had discovered the ability to slow or stop a large moving object. So basically, they're learning.
Whoa, they're evolving.
That's pretty cool. I like the idea of an orca being compelled to act.
Yeah, I'm into it. I think it's their time, honestly.
It's
I'm
fun.
ready for
That's
them.
what I'm saying.
You're ready for
I'm
them.
ready for them to take over.
The world is ready.
The idea that they're just fucking with them.
My-
They don't even want to attack them, really. They're just like, we figured out we can fuck with these boats now. And that's fun for us.
I mean, they like tip over icebergs that seals are on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
They know what they're doing.
So they're bullies.
Yeah. Oh, this is some of my
They
favorite
just found a new
videos.
target.
They're like the mob of the sea. They're like targeted stealth killers.
Yeah. Some of my favorite videos, man, is where there'll be a bunch of seals on a beach and they think that, oh, well, I'm on the beach. It's a whale. It can't get me up here. And the whale will get going really fucking fast and essentially skimboard,
Yeah.
like get out of the water and skim across the beach and just eat a seal and get back in the ocean. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
One of his favorite videos.
I love that video.
Yeah, can you send that to me? I'm interested.
It's on the original Planet Earth.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
a Discovery video. In late July, Victoria Morris's boat was attacked by a pod of 9 killer whales that repeatedly rammed the boat so hard that its rudder broke and the engine failed.
Dang.
That would be the scariest fucking shit in the world. If you're in a goddamn little rinky-dink boat and 9 killer whales, you're just bashing into it.
The whole gang came.
This is a quote from her again. The noise was really scary. They were ramming the keel and there was this horrible echo. I thought they could capsize the boat. The deafening noises that they used to communicate, whistling to each other, it was so loud that we had to shout.
Whoa.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Everything about that is like terrifying, but at the same time, I probably would be begging for my life, but in the back of my head, I'm like, we kind of earned this.
Yeah, it's okay. Just be like Geppetto and live inside the
It's
whale.
like a pretty cool way to go.
It's a much smaller whale to live in.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, what's the whale from Pinocchio? That's not a...
I believe it's supposed to be a sperm whale. Is
I
that right?
believe the
yeah.
blue whale is the largest.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the blue whale's
largest
got
mammal on Earth.
the largest thing that's ever, largest vertebrate ever. People don't know about that. People think dinosaurs are big. Blue whales are bigger than
They're
all the
bigger
dinosaurs.
than dinosaurs?
Mhm.
All of them?
What?
Yeah.
Man, the picture in Sam's bathroom would have you believe otherwise.
Uh-huh.
Those dinosaurs look big as hell.
I don't know how accurate that picture
Well, that
is.
one's
There's
called
a lot
a-
of information on it, too, that seems unreliable.
That one's called A New View on Dinosaurs, so maybe it was a radical theory.
It was definitely back in the 90s or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're screaming as they smash the boat to pieces, which is so fucking cool.
Did they fuck up the whole boat?
They disabled the engine. They hit it so fucking hard that it couldn't move.
God
That's
damn. But it
wild.
didn't sink, I guess.
No, they were trying to. There's another one later in here that they were trying to tip over as well. So far they haven't sunk anything, but they've gotten close.
Surprised it doesn't happen more. I mean, with how much we fucked up animals, you think they would start directly targeting us?
That's what I'm saying, man. Well, these are the smart ones.
It happens with smaller boats and shit. And look, I've seen the show River Monsters, and I know for a fact that animals do attack boats sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't know what you are. They think you're a big animal trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
And bam,
True.
hippopotamus gores the fuck out of you. You're
Right.
dead.
Morris added that the attack felt totally orchestrated. When her boat was finally towed back to port, a large chunk of the rudder was missing and the rest was covered in teeth marks.
Oh my god.
They orchestrated this.
Shut the
The
fuck.
orcas.
I loved that.
Stop supporting him. Stop.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do stand-up comedy.
Yeah, you did.
That week, there were 2 other hour-long attacks in the area.
Whoa, an hour.
A 40-foot yacht was spun on its axis, and another boat had its rudder slammed so hard that the helmsman's shoulder was dislocated when he fell to the deck.
What's a rudder? Sorry, if you said rudder like 10 times, I don't know what a rudder is.
It's the thing that steers the boat.
Oh, okay,
fin of the
gotcha.
boat.
Yeah, you got the propeller that's the thing the engine's turning, and then behind it you got a rudder which shoots water one way or the other.
Oh,
as it
perfect.
steers
Okay,
the boat.
gotcha.
I also just want to say, I don't think you can call a 40-foot boat a yacht.
Right.
What's the minimum?
You gotta be running 70 to 80 at least if you want to call it a yacht. Otherwise, you just got a big boat. There's a fucking difference.
High standards over here from a 21-year-old.
I'm a coastal elite,
I was about
baby.
to say.
He's descendant of fame. so-
I've been on boats.
That's true. You have.
Alfonso Gomez Jordana Martin, a crew member in the latter attack, told the paper that, quote, once we were stopped, they came in faster, 10 to 15 knots from a distance of 25 meters. The impact tipped the boat sideways.
Wow.
In September, Graham Walker's 48-foot yacht was assaulted for over 45 minutes.
I guess they probably all ram it at the same time.
I think it's just they're just taking turns, is
Yeah.
what it seems like, which is fucking awesome.
Man.
Like, again, if you're gonna die screaming, what a cool way to
They
go.
hunt in packs.
Yeah, that's my new way that I want to go.
Like, you want to go peacefully in your sleep, but hey, if you have to die terrified, fuck. What a cool way to
pass.
have it
Yeah,
happen.
you're gonna pass.
I'd
on
take a big fall before that.
Okay, yeah, El Capitan, right off Swan Dive off El Capitan. That'd be a good
Ooh,
one.
that'd be
That
cool.
scares me.
That's
too
what I
much.
call a free solo.
being
Me
torn
killing
apart.
myself.
The thing about being torn apart is there would be a couple seconds where you'd still be conscious.
You can be awake for like a whole fucking minute.
Nah, not if it's a good enough animal.
I don't know. I mean, you'd probably be in the water. You'd probably be drowned by the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they might drown you too.
Yeah.
I mean, that one girl,
apparently
like,
is a good way to go out.
But then they can chomp you up all they want.
those
Yeah.
people that like
Yeah.
get their arms bit off by sharks, they're always like, "Oh no, I was awake the whole time."
I
It just
still
didn't
love
hurt.
surfing. I still ride in the same place
Yeah.
I got bit.
I do want to go back and say I think sharks are more the mob of the sea because they're more brute. I think orcas you're kind of looking
Well,
at more of a ninja type
it's-
situation.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
You
More
say
stuff,
that
yeah.
because for some reason I was gonna just tell y'all they added this in as the last sentence for some reason. Meanwhile, orcas in South Africa have stepped up their attacks on great white sharks, ripping them open for their livers, hearts, and testicles.
Yeah, I think sharks are cops.
Gang. Oh, that does make sense. Sharks are cops.
Yeah.
And that would make sense that
They
these
all-
whales are ripping them apart.
Yeah, because if sharks were people, they'd have bad haircuts. It's very obvious.
That's very true. Yeah, they do have that like weird, like big black head.
Yeah, they look like, my
cops.
vice. They look like my vice principal in middle school. He used to be a Marine. That's kind
yeah.
of a shark vibe.
I think I had an ex-Marine vice principal too.
That's what they do after they get out.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
or be homeless.
The two.
It's not their fault. I'm just saying it's what
They
happens.
forgot to deprogram them.
I just wanted to say I like that the orcas are attacking the yachts, and here's the thing, leftists say eat the rich, but
was gonna
orcas
say,
are about it.
They're the
Yeah.
ones actually doing that.
They're
just-
actually fucking doing
I
it.
want to say that it seems like the attacks are orchestrated.
Why are you doing it?
I was
liked
like,
it.
if I double down, it might work,
I loved it.
They loved it the first time so much.
Blackfish lives matter.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
so sorry.
I think that's fine.
I'm going to leave now.
I accept
I
it.
think that's
I accept it. Hey,
They're doing the work. I don't think anyone could be mad about being, compared to an orca.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a story from Anchorage, Alaska, in which
Smarties capital. of the
Smarties
world.
capital of the world, baby.
What they're known for.
Woodsman candy.
The last frontier.
Fucking hunter in Alaska. Yeah, you like Smarties?
Anchorage, Alaska Mayor Ethan Berkowitz resigned last night after admitting to a, quote, inappropriate messaging relationship with a local TV news anchor who lodged bizarre and unsubstantiated allegations against him.
You know, if a mayor isn't smoking crack, I don't want to hear the story.
That's the thing. I don't even think they had a physical relationship. I think this was literally,
Damn,
they were just sending dicks and tits to each other.
Why
and
is that
stuff.
inappropriate?
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
seems
was he
He's
married?
married, yeah, I suppose. Well, so this is the quote. I apologize to the people of Anchorage for the major lapse in judgment that I made several years ago when I had a consensual, inappropriate messaging relationship with reporter Maria Athens, Berkowitz said in a statement. Athens, an anchor for the local Fox and NBC affiliated news stations, posted a video to her professional Facebook page last Friday alleging Berkowitz posted an illicit photo of his backside to an quote underage girl's website.
He sent his own butt pic.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's kind of
Like very
what a
awkward.
weird thing to show.
Yeah.
I want 16-year-olds to see my butt.
But also, I mean, I've gotten unsolicited dick pics. I've never gotten an unsolicited butt pic before.
Here's my ass.
Look up on it. The front side, nothing to write home about, but the ass, my God.
Athens reported that the mayor messaged her, "It ain't no fun if the Senate can't have none."
Oh, God.
There's no Senate in cities. I should have said city council.
The anchor claimed the accusations were coming from reliable sources and said the story would be airing later that night. An investigation by Anchorage police and the FBI into the allegations found no criminal conduct. So basically, this lady posted his ass pic on a website saying it was him, took a screenshot, and then put on her thing, like, here's Berkowitz putting his ass on a child porn website.
Wow.
I think that seems to be the situation.
So
Backmail.
There's a website where young people are.
Yes.
Wow.
You did it. What?
How did he must have been texting good
Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
to get that ass pic, the rare ass pic.
to have her just flip on him like this.
Yeah.
Berkowitz blasted the initial claims as slanderous and categorically false. Later Friday, Athens posted to her Facebook page a nude image purporting to be Berkowitz, along with the mayor's initial statement. So now she's posted nudes on the timeline. The anchor was also arrested at work later that day for punching her station manager, who she was also romantically involved with.
Oh, this just got juicy.
Exactly. This lady is awesome. She's just raising hell.
Yeah, dude.
All Anchorage is, I know it's the biggest city in Alaska, but it's kind of small. Like,
was she wronged by both these men at the same time, or is she just having a rough week?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe she took it out on the other guy.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
like, "You're probably a pedophile too."
Look,
Knocked
dude,
him out.
there's very little to do in Anchorage but burn absolutely everything down.
Yeah, fight each other.
Eat some Smarties. Go smash
snort-
the windows of a small business.
Snort up a bunch of Smarties and start punching your boss.
Yeah.
Hell
you just
yeah.
put the whole
dude.
thing in your nose and let it dissolve. Like a rock.
Yeah, she sounds wild.
Athens acted out at her Saturday arraignment, the newspaper reported, interrupting the court and the judge with frequent outbursts. Quote, "I have pancreatitis," the news anchor said, but also said that she needed to get back to work by Monday. This is what she said to the judge for punching her boss, and it's like, I have a feeling that job may not be available Monday.
Yeah.
She got laid off because of the economy.
If anything, I think
It's hard out there,
more
folks.
people might watch the channel if she's around still.
Oh, yeah. All right. Now we go to our local shit show.
Which I wonder if she was like the host or if she was just a
Like, is she like
broadcaster.
Yeah. Was she a man on the street?
It says the TV news anchor, so she's...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so she's at the desk.
Oh, yeah. She's,
Wow, that's
she's
high.
on-
That's like the highest
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah,
As far
absolutely.
as I know.
Yeah.
Whichever one
Maybe
you
the
get to
weatherman might be a little high. I don't know.
There we
I think
go.
it's the one where
I
you get to
get it.
sit the most.
Yeah.
It's almost just like if a news anchor wanted to text flirty pictures with you. Why? It's a news anchor.
Right.
That almost makes it better than anything physically about the woman,
Well, I
Don't
mean,
talk to the press.
the news anchor has to be right near the top of the most famous person in
That's what I'm
Anchorage,
saying.
right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
true. I didn't
saying.
even think about that.
Yeah.
like in Anchorage, it's the
What
guy
was he
from
thinking?
it's the guy from Mountain Men and and the
Only
news
the
anchor.
mayor can fuck a news anchor.
Yeah.
They're the two most
big
famous
shots,
people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder how that started.
Probably
Do you think she laid it on thick, or do you think he?
Yeah. Well, she used to date the county alderman.
Oh, right.
And then she moved to the comptroller. Ugh. It's unclear if Athens is still unemployed by the news stations. I'm a wage a guess and say no. Although it would be funny if she got just bumped down like Brian Williams, like she got on like the really early morning show in Anchorage instead of the big show. Which, by the way, when Trump got COVID, when that story broke, it was like 11 p.m. or whatever out here, which is the normal time for Brian Williams' show that he's been relegated to on MSNBC. He used to have the top job. He was the anchor of NBC Nightly News. Now he's doing this late-ass show on MSNBC. Trump gets COVID. You would think, Brian Williams, let's hand him the ball. Let's see him run. He was out that night. It was some guy who looked like fucking Professor Honeydew from the Muppets.
Damn.
Yeah, tough break for
Williams
B.
isn't
Wills.
talking about it. I don't want to hear it.
She was charged with the misdemeanor attack, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct for the fight at the news station. So, Hurricane Maria smashing into Anchorage right now. Love
I
it.
wonder how much she's
Fine,
facing.
look up a picture of her.
Yes, please.
What's her name?
Nah, it's
Maria Athens.
it would be
Free
interesting.
Maria.
We can just judge her on her appearance if we can see why all this occured.
Yeah.
She was romantically involved with. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, she seems okay. Look,
Come on. She's more than just her look. She's borderline.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's a good reporter look.
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
I
she-
get it.
Nobody has a
it's hard to blame him. She's having issues.
yeah. There's some update for
Where she looks goth.
some sort of. It just says from.
What?
Well, this will be the follow up tomorrow because I don't have time to look this up. Maria Athens anti-Semitic death threat from one day ago.
Oh no, Maria.
I wonder if that was done to her or.
She's really
Well,
pouring it on.
I'm assuming since the mayor's name is Berkowitz, it's probably going to be on the receiving
Look at
end.
this
Plus,
goth.
look at that picture now.
Oh no,
Whoa.
she looks like a she-devil.
She-
Yeah, she does look like she's in a movie where the character's makeup
looks
is
like-
meant to look evil.
She looks like Elizabeth Hurley from Bedazzled.
She's got that really thick ass, like almost borderline Ray Liotta eyeliner, where it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right, something ain't right.
Is that a recent picture?
I believe so. Yeah,
Damn.
it's the
What
stories
if
from
she
it.
changed her profile pic to that right before she started posting that dude's ass.
That would be pretty cool.
It's so funny to me. I can't get over it, but it's awful.
That would be funny if you're a TV anchor, but then you just went goth.
And now we turn to our goth reporter.
Can't do this.
Fuck the world.
It just cuts to them and they're hanging upside down like a bat.
Weatherman, is it raining today? No, it's summer.
It's always raining in my head.
Summer in Southern California. Maria.
I'm gonna figure out what the death threat was, and we'll update that tomorrow. But this is a story that I'm going to be following.
It's a developing story.
It's a developing story.
That's a good
yeah.
one.
Absolutely. Well, the mayor fucking resigned too, so that means
Wow.
because like today, that was the
Everybody's seen
update.
his cock and ass.
Yeah.
You should try and get one of them to call in.
It probably wouldn't be that hard. I'd
That's
love to
what
hear
I'm saying.
Maria's side of the story.
They're locals.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
gotta get Maria before she goes away.
Yeah, that's
true.
true. She's gonna be in jail soon.
Be like, Maria, how
We
you
can
feeling?
call collect.
Oh, that would be cool.
Write her a letter while she's in jail.
Oh yeah, she'd be more apt to doing it.
That would
probably.
be cool.
Just message her like, who else's ass do you have?
Yeah. Give us the deets, girl. What's up?
Just talking to her, she's like, yeah, it was a crazy situation. She's like, shut the fuck up. It would be a better interview.
Oh man. Well, are y'all ready for our jam of the day today? Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
This one is from a record called Songs About Me by Trace Atkins. And this song is called Honky Tonk Badonkadonk. And this is incredible. This is a first. Trace Atkins himself from 1 week ago. Nice to have you all as good fan of me. God bless you all and love you all with heart. Trace26978@gmail.com.
I don't believe that's Trace. I don't believe that for a
2678.
damn minute. Thank you for liking guitar playing.
Yeah, basically
God
just
damn.
stuff like that. Like this
Me
is a
play
good one,
music
Trace.
Trace is down to earth, dude. He'll just respond. He'll FaceTime with you. It don't look like.
Dude, and he has an amazing business opportunity for you. Like, look, if I just sign up 3 people for Amway,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
email every day. You know
He's
what
got
I
a
mean?
Russian accent and a shaved head, but as far as I know, he's cool.
look, he just wants me to drive the getaway car. It's like easy cash.
He said he was smoking gravel. I said, dude, come on. That's meth and cocaine mixed together. Trace.
Come on, Trace.
Trace. Stop smoking gravel and commenting on your own songs.
Curious Clutch from 8 months ago. I smoked some bud and was watching a Tom Clancy Rainbow Six vid, but now I'm here.
I like how anyone who's smoking weed and watching YouTube will always insert that in. Because on the ska thing yesterday, people, of course, were like, smoking weed. But then,
Do you ever get so high you just want to tweet like, "Hey, I'm high as fuck," just because you have nobody to talk to?
Yes.
Your brain can't think about anything else.
Tara Lynch from 2 months ago. The game is very addictive, but I can't even make the play. It is more important to you. Normal game is not doing something that is it. Would have X-Men. Xenophobic attacks, rather.
This is just
What is this?
it's another post about Tom Clancy Rainbow.
classic bit.
Isabel Taplin from 1 month ago. When this song came out, I bet they never would have imagined that butts could get any bigger.
Oh,
This is known as the butt song. I guess to a lot of people it would be.
When did the song come out?
It's like
2005.
mid 2000s. Yeah, this is like there was people with butts then.
Yeah.
All right,
That was like J-Lo Prime.
Yeah, that was J-Lo Prime. What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
This is the song that J-Lo dances to.
Yeah, the
Honky-tonk-a-donk.
honky tonk.
It ain't no big green tractor. But
As if we're on the concept of butt related comments, SNM432 says, my two best friends said this is my theme song. One of my best friends is black.
Oh.
And I, a full-on white girl, have a way bigger butt than her.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Inconceivable.
I don't even believe that.
I like her saying a full-on white girl.
She's full on. Is her friend
Full
full
on
on black?
I guess.
Is her friend hardcore black?
It's one of her best friends, dude.
Full throttle.
This is her theme song.
Yeah,
Oh my
Damn.
god.
that's a pretty bad comment.
Any
Yeah.
YouTube comment that features any sort of commentary about race is usually real bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was a good find, though.
Yeah.
Kelly Starkey from a year ago. Why is my playlist not in top right corner? Supposed to be 172 songs. Only plays one song, not 172 songs.
Are there exclamation points in there?
Is it all capitals?
No, it's just one sentence though.
Oh.
There's no
Nice.
periods in any of that. And I just love that. She's troubleshooting.
Do people help her?
No, that was the sad part. Is it was like, oh, she obviously worked really hard on a playlist and then somehow lost it.
Trace Atkins didn't
She
jump
probably
in?
just found this song which was
Ma'am?
on the playlist and just clicked on it and she's like, "Where's the rest of my playlist? I put on this song."
George Washington from 1 year ago. Trace Atkins contributed to the clown show this nation had become. There was a girl at the pizzeria starting fights and at the other bar. This is the shit show our nation has become. George Washington working at the goddamn pizzeria.
I like how he didn't really make the connection. He just complained, and then he was like, "There was a girl at the pizzeria."
Well, because you think he's gonna
Causing
like.
hell.
Yeah,
Well, because Trace Atkins is like a big Republican, like he sang the national anthem at the RNC and shit. So you think when he says he's contributed to the clown show that he's about to like shit on Trump,
Right.
But no, it's about the girl at the pizzeria.
It's about Deborah at Pizza Hut. It's one of the few ones you can still dine in. She's treating me like shit.
Jennifer Heaftya from 2 months ago. First thing I think of when I hear honky tonk badonkadonk is a donkey, and I don't know, man.
But donkey donk.
Person just sitting in their house like, man, it kind of makes me think of donkey.
Think of a donkey with a big butt. That's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
That's one of those, like, he's like a guy from the South, but he's also a I'm so random guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, man, that Trace Atkins, I'm so random. Sounds like donkey, man. I must sound dumb.
Oh man, I've got.
And the tail is the donkey donk.
Oh, don't give Trace ideas, my God. I got two that are kind of related. First one, Nicole Phipps from 2 years ago. Trace is like 6'7" or 6'8", somewhere in there, and he survived being shot by, I believe, an ex-wife. The bullet went through one armpit and came out the other, which...
What?
That's your
Wow.
heart. No, that's not. Maybe it went through like I don't know. If it goes through one armpit and out the other, you are fucking.
Like went up and then over. And then
Yeah, it's it's JFK's magic bullet.
Curved the bullet.
Yes.
Sort of a wanted situation.
Nicole finishes the comment by saying
And
he
we
has.
are all doctors.
Yes.
She finishes by saying he has my respect just for that alone. And then the next comment, Les Sanders from 4 years ago. Man, I'm still surprised that Atkins is living and breathing, considering that his ex-wives have stabbed and shot him, and he's been run over by cars at least 2 times.
Man, he must be a bad guy.
That's what I'm saying,
It's one of
dude.
those things where the like one or two you'd be like, "Damn, those are unfortunate events," and then
Wow.
it's like, "Oh, you're an asshole."
Yeah.
These are literally just women defending themselves.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got a crazy life. Yeah, now you're a
I've been
whore.
through it, man. I've been
Yeah.
through some shit, okay? I'm going to talk about my ex.
I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I get my head run over about once or twice a year by some lady.
Can't live with them.
Can't hit him. That's the whole, they just can't hit them.
Can't hit them, you can't hit them. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? You can hit them. That's what they don't tell you.
Look,
they might hit you, but you can't.
The trick is to jump and bend your knees and roll over the hood. All right, I learned that from hard experience.
Cooper's grandpa taught me that.
Yeah. Gets dragged. In all those movies, he was actually getting dragged.
The Attack of the Hula Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's your
That's
grandpa.
my grandpa.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm getting all these hot grandpas mixed up.
Sean Lewis from 3 months ago. So, if there was a way to tastefully degrade women, this would be it. Lyrics of the song are funny. Overall feel of the song is great. The video felt like gangster rap metal grill.
Oh.
Very disappointing. That's the weirdest part, is because it seems like he's praising the whole thing, and then at the end he pops you with a very disappointing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Reminded me of rap.
He's like, this allows me to sexually assault women, but I don't really like the beat too much.
He's like a white racist Patrice, where he's like, now this is how to disrespect women.
I only have 2 more comments, and they're both from this song with Soulja Boy remix.
Soulja
what?
Boy remixed
That
it?
exists?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, that's
He
kind of
remixed
cool.
it like Soulja Boy himself.
No, it was
did?
just like a mashup
Oh, okay.
somebody put on YouTube.
That sounds pretty good. We should listen to that.
It was better than the actual song. I would say.
BRF1 from 1 year ago. Felony murder. What happened in Pennsylvania? 2006. Man shot girls. Magistrate Schroeder in Buffalo and Donna Burke. 10520.
What's that all about
Might
then?
have just admitted to a murder.
I think BRF wants us to do more investigation.
Yeah, those coordinates at the end, what was it?
I don't know. I would say it's a date, but it's from a year ago.
This
So.
is my exact location.
That's definitely
Trace.
a zip.
Or a zip code. Yeah, there you go. It's a zip code.
He's calling out Trace Atkins himself.
Yeah.
Come find me, motherfucker. I'm in
2006. Unfinished business.
It's 2006 and I'm still in Pennsylvania.
And finally, Hayden Martini from 2 years ago. I'm in love this song. I'm thinking of females. Are my hot mamas? My wife too sweet to me. And
He's got hot mamas and his wife's sweet to him.
That was nice.
that is our jam of the day. Honky Tonk Badonkadonk by Trace Atkins. Courtney, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram, I guess, Catwing Court. That's about it.
Hell yeah. Cooper, where can people find you? And Pork Butt.
On Instagram, it's Cooper Lyden, Lyden. Then on Facebook, we got Lyden Cooper, still Lyden. In the bios of each of those accounts, have the link to my podcast. That will be the easiest way to find it, because if you just look up pork butt, you'll see a lot of videos of people preparing pork butt. It's really hard to find, but it's kind of
It's like the guy who went looking for Rainbow Six and ended up with Honky Tonk Badonkadonk. It's not exactly a bad thing.
It's sort of a hidden gem. But, me and Dylan Sullivan, as featured on Lights Out with David Spade.
Hell yeah. By the way, yesterday, you did say Lights Out, but yesterday, I swear to God, I thought you said Mai Tai with David Spade, and I was like, does he have a show about Mai Tais? Because
It's my ideal date.
Mai Tais with David
Mai
Spade.
Tais.
So, what's Chris Farley like? Been drinking a Mai Tai. Sam, where can people find you online?
Slam Harder on Twitter.
Nice.
You can also find me in the comments section of the Soulja Boy remix. Honky Tonk Badonkadonk.
Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. The second best way to support the show, go to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Best way to support the show, patreon.com/thegoodspod. And we will see you next time. Oh, hello everyone. My spooky song for today comes with a recommendation not just for one Halloween song, but for an entire band with a 22-year career history on the road as a touring act with a back catalog of over 25 official releases. They are the one and only purveyors of the genre they call Alabama ghost country music. From Auburn, by way of the Muscle Shoals area, it's the Pine Hill Haints. The Haints began in 1998 as a countryside project for singer and guitarist James the Fang Barrier, who was touring everywhere at the time with his other incredible punk rock band, the Wednesdays. Now here it is, 22 years later, the Haints are still around, and they're probably the band that I've seen the most over the years. Their subject matter can best be described as thoroughly Southern Gothic. Jamie has this absolutely haunting voice, and the band itself sounds like a train about to rattle off the tracks at any moment. Their performances strike a really impressive balancing act of being punk as fuck and also old-timey. The easy way to put it, the Pine Hill Haints sound like the house band for a haunted barn dance. And I should add that I've seen this band play several barn dances on several occasions, so hey, maybe that's where the visualization is coming from. At any rate, almost all of their releases are on Spotify, and if you're one of those people that loves Halloween like I do, you should get familiar with this band. They have a million songs about ghosts and ghouls, cemeteries, the living dead, all things that go bump in the night. They're like if the Misfits were from Alabama and everybody in the band wasn't a fucking asshole. Here's a song from their incredible album, the one I would actually point to as a starting place for you if you want to get into the band. The album is called Ghost Dance, and this song is called Whisper in the Dark.
Whisper in the dark, she's from the other side, howling in the night, down from the mountainside. Tell you about the girl from North Alabama, up there in old Lauderdale. Oh, I looked out my window, there you were. Cheeks so white as tombstone slate, eyes as black as escape band, feet floating off of the air, and fingers beckon me to come down there to where you were. Whisper in the dark, she's from the other side, howling in the night, down from the mountainside. Let me tell you about the girl from North Alabama. Oh, the old Nat chair was long and looked out the window. There you were. Cheeks were white as tombstone slate, eyes as black as death's casement, floating off of the air, fingers beckon me